Hello and welcome to another season of Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host, Rob Bentley, and thanks for tuning in. On today's first show of the 2017-2018 season, we'll talk about Bulldog football. We'll update you on Ferris State volleyball, and we'll check in with Ferris State soccer. But we'll start first with Bulldog football, joined by Coach Ryan Brady. Coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Rob.
Certainly, I know you've got to be excited as the Bulldogs kick off the season this Saturday night down at Findlay, Ohio.
Yeah, we're excited. It's been a long wait, so we're itching to get on the field and get the season going.
How did that momentum from last year going to the national semifinals, how did that carry over through the spring and now into fall camp?
Well, it's been a huge motivator for our guys because now they know what they're really capable of doing, and we've taken a few more steps than we have in previous years, and now we're just trying to finish what we started.
Certainly a long fall camp here. You didn't have the game opening week, so you had to wait another week while some of these teams played. Talk about how the guys have responded here during fall camp.
It's been good. We've had some extra days of preparation, which has been good. We've got to spend some more time watching film, and we've given the guys some rest. So we feel like we're pretty healthy, and the extra prep time's been good for the coaching staff. And so now we're just geared up and getting ready to go for Saturday.
Certainly a great returning nucleus of guys coming back off of last year's team, and some new pieces that you've been able to add here at various positions.
Yeah. We've got a lot of veterans, a lot of juniors, a lot of seniors. We've got 24 in our senior class, so this is a big group of seniors. These guys have been around a long time. They played a lot of football, so we're really excited. We got a lot of really quality leaders on both sides of the football, so we couldn't be more excited for Saturday.
Certainly taking on a Findlay team that had a game in week one, a 28-13 win on the road at Tiffin, team that you're very familiar with, having gone down there the last couple years and played in some tight ball games.
Yeah, Findlay's a good football team. They're 1-0. They really like to run the football. They're a power running team, but they also have the ability to throw the ball all over the field. They got a veteran quarterback, and they got a good tandem of running backs, and they got a dynamic receiver. And so it's going to be a tough task for us, and their defense has steadily improved over the years. And so they have a lot of veterans as well, and so it's going to be a big task for us on Saturday.
Certainly, as you talk about the defense of Findlay, you guys, you're on the defensive side of the ball. Just talk about where you're at defensively with the guys you have coming back.
Well, we feel great. I think we got something like 13 seniors on defense, so we got a lot of old guys. They've been around a long time, played a lot of football here. So we're thrilled with the veteran group that we got. Got a lot of young guys as well that have really stepped in and are going to play key roles as well. So we're really looking forward to good things on Saturday.
What do you see as some of the keys going down there to Findlay, Ohio here in game number one for the Bulldogs on Saturday?
Well, we got to take care of the football first and foremost, and we got to create some turnovers on defense, and special teams are always key week one. I think that's maybe their advantage is they've played a game, and so they got that under their belt, and so they went out there and executed on some special teams. And so for me, when I look at it, it's really taking care of the football on offense, creating some turnovers on defense, and then playing great special teams.
Findlay, a non-league game now, a former GLIAC school that departed the conference this past summer, but certainly the type of game that will help prepare you for the conference race.
There's no doubt. They got 4 other 5 offensive linemen back from last year, so they got a good O-line, and the quarterback he's one of the best in the league, and the receiver's one of the best, and so they really can do some things on offense. We held them down a little bit, 17 points last year, but they had a lot of yardage, so they can move the ball at will. So it's going to be a big task for us, and our kids understand the challenge ahead of them, and I think we'll be ready to go.
Focused on week one here, but week two, you're back at home as you take on Northern Michigan next Saturday night. Just talk about playing the Wildcats here on your home field and kicking off the home season.
Yeah, it'll be great. It's always great playing at home. Obviously, it'll be cool playing Northern with Coach Nystrom will be back in town, and Coach McDougal. So it'll be good to see those guys and see some familiar faces. And we wish them all the best this week in their home opener as well. I think they're playing someone from Texas, so they got a big game. I think it's Angelo State. So it'll be cool to see them, but our focus right now is just on Findlay.
Certainly some big news for the Bulldogs this past summer. Just a few weeks ago, named the top team in Michigan, regardless of division, by Ferris Sports. What does that mean with what you've been able to accomplish as a staff here over the past 5 years?
Yeah, it's cool, to be recognized as one of the top programs in Michigan, because obviously there's some great football programs here in the state of Michigan. So, we feel like, we feel honored and humbled to, have that honor. But really for us, our focus is just week one and really just trying to get off the season on the right foot and take care of business and then move on to week two.
Talk about the work you guys put in the offseason before camp started. I know a number of guys here in town working out all summer and certainly trying to build off of the success of last year.
Yeah, we had a great spring. Spring was really good for us. We had a great summer. We had a lot of guys. I think almost 65 guys stayed up this summer, which is a really good number for us. And they were disciplined, and they were at it every day. And so we made a lot of progress this summer, and we've been in great condition. And I think that's helped us through camp, as we haven't had a lot of big time injuries. And so we feel good about our health, and we're feeling good rolling into Saturday here.
Certainly some challenges on the schedule this year. GLIAC always competitive, certainly expected to be again. Just talk about that schedule and how that schedule helps prepare you for what you hope comes down the road.
There's no doubt. We feel like this is the the best Division II conference in the country. So every year we get 2 or 3 teams from our conference into the playoffs, and if someone gets left out, their feelings are hurt, because we know the quality of football that we play in this league. And so every week it's a challenge. There's no gimmies in this league, and so every week you got to come with your lunch pail, and you got to be ready to work, and it's never easy winning a football game. So I think that's what Coach Neese does well. He gets our kids to understand that it's never easy, and so that's been really a big plus for us, is that we never take anything for granted, and we're always ready to go.
How do your guys? How do they handle some of the expectations with the lofty rankings that you've received this summer? How do you guys handle that going into the season?
Well, I think they've handled it well. We've stayed grounded, and we stayed humble, and we realized that there's more work to do. And so that's really been the motivating force for us, is just trying to take that next step and just finish what we started last season. And so when you have high expectations and you have high goals, then really your focus is singular, and it's just taking things one step at a time, one day at a time, and just being focused on doing the things that we need to do every day.
With so many guys coming back from last year, who do you expect to be some of the leaders of this football team, and who's kind of led the way here during fall camp?
Well, Reggie Bells did a nice job. He's really stepped up in the leadership department, and he's really did a good job. And Malik Taylor and Jahan Brown, and our offensive line is essentially all back from last year, minus Brian Bell. So Jake's been a great leader, and Bo's really stepped up, and Tyler and Nick. So we got a great group of offensive linemen, and we got a lot of veteran skill kids around them. And Juwan Pollock's a senior, Markel Hines is a senior. So we really got a lot of veterans, and everybody stepped up in the leadership department, because we all know what's at stake.
Certainly, the Bulldogs kicking off the season this Saturday, and obviously a big challenge down in Findlay, Ohio. Talk about the fan support you hope to receive down there in Findlay, Ohio. Yeah,
we always travel well. It's always great when you're pulling in the buses, and the Ferris faithful's out there tailgating, and the flags are flying, and they're cheering when we get off the bus. So we'll be excited to see everybody again, and we always appreciate their love and their support.
Coach, best of luck to the Bulldogs, and thanks for being on the show.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.